Hey everybody, and welcome to Plastic Nostalgic, where all toys are nostalgic. Eventually. Today we're going to head back to Eternia and check out this new for 21 Masters of the Universe Beast Man LoP. Now I was wondering what that LoP stood for, so I looked it up and check it out right here. It looks like it's the original concept art for the Masters of the Universe line. So let's open it up and check it out. Today we have the new for 21 Masters of the Universe Beast Man Savage Henchman. Modern posing for retro play. This Beast Man looks a little different than the other one we opened up on the channel here. This is the Lords of Power version that was based off of the original concept art. The art on the back can show it a little closer. Beast Man's primal rage is a feral force that only Eternia's mightiest can hope to contain. There's a checklist of some of the recent new for 21 releases. He-Man, the Beast Man we have here, Skeletor, Stinkor, Webstor, and the Eternian Goddess. Twist into powerful battle positions. Okay, let's get into this one and see how he compares to the one I opened earlier, the Beast Man from the original series. Original retro series. Okay, always be careful when using a knife. This one also has a comic book inside, so I don't want to cut that as much as it's trying to. This has that double plastic inside. It makes it a little difficult to slice carefully. I'll get it, or rip it up trying. When I saw this one in the store, I didn't know what to think of it because this wasn't a Beast Man I was familiar with, nor was it one I had seen on the cartoon or had seen my friends playing with. So I really wanted to check this one out to see what the differences was. A little bit of plastic right there, and we're free, I think. Here's that comic book on the inside. We'll check that out in a minute. Here's explosion card back. Always makes the toys look real dynamic. And here is the Beast Man. We also have some literature for his removable armor. Okay, let's take a look at this. Has some more ties in the back for his armor. Let's see if that frees him up. Not quite. All right, we got that out of the way. Well, he looks more bestial, that's for sure. He has a nice belt buckle like he was in the rodeo for a little while. Some kind of claws on his back, or on the back of his gauntlets. Almost like Wolverine looking. But, like the newer versions, he is highly articulated. let's check out the armor and see what he looks like with this fancy spiky armor on. Okay, we got some tape on the bag. Okay, that's some serious tape. There we go. Wow. Now that is some gear. Imagining that fits right over top. Let me get the straps right. See why he had a hard time putting this sucker on. All right. These go to those, and that goes there. Let's see if we can hook this first. When I was younger and my hands were smaller, this would have been an easier thing to do. All right, let's cinch that up to the first notch just to make sure it's on there. And there he is. Beast Man, new for 2021. See if we can get that set on him a little better. Since it's softer rubber, it kind of formed to where its little packaging on the inside, so it's got to spend a little time relaxing and getting to be a little more form-fitting. Well, look at that face. He sure is a beast man. Kind of wild for him to be balding on top, have all that hair on his face and a little mullet in the back. But I think this is a pretty neat figure. Kind of scary looking. But when I was a kid, I felt like those Masters of the Universe toys were some of the scariest figures out there at the time. Beast Man. This little insert on the inside, it says remove and swap parts. Then it has this little indicator here that says the darker colored ones are the removable parts. And it indicates his head, his arm, his hand, and both of his shins and feet. Well, I know that his armor is removable. Oh, and his belt looked like it was removable. But I don't think I'll be taking this apart to switch parts with anything. Here is the comic insert that came with the Beast Man new for 21 action figure. Masters of the Universe, Rock in a Hard Place. On the back, it has the checklist that was on the back of the Beast Man. On the inside, you can see it's pretty action-packed. With Fakers attacking Castle Grayskull and Skeletor and who's that? Webstore watching the battle. And Beast Man flies into battle, attacking He-Man. And then He-Man gets overpowered, but boom! They dropped a mountain on He-Man. And now he has the Sword of Power. And they're trying to suffocate He-Man with Stinkor. But the Eternian Goddess appears. giving him strength and courage. And he lifts the mountain off of him. And there he is, defeating Skeletor. And Castle Grayskull at the end. That's a neat little book, but I didn't want to read it in case there's some copyright problems. Hope you enjoyed it. Here we have the original re-release of Beast Man from the Masters of the Universe line. Looks a lot like the original Beast Man. Of course, it has a much better articulation than the originals did, but it's a pretty close replication of the toy from the 80s. And this is the 2021 Lords of Power Beast Man. Now, he is much more ferocious looking with his spiky armor and snarling growl. Has those large teeth and claws. Now, I imagine the molds for these was similar in some of the body parts, like the loincloth, maybe the chest, but the arms look a little hairier on the original one, and definitely the head with his neat eyeshadow and blue lip liner and monstrous teeth. And of course, he's got a little more jewelry than the other one. And another thing is this one came with a whip, where in this one, he's got to rely solely on his power and strength and his control of all the savage beasts. It's a nice addition to my Masters of the Universe collection. Thanks for joining us today on Plastic Nostalgic, where all toys are nostalgic, eventually. And be sure to join us soon, where we unbox more nostalgic or soon-to-be nostalgic toys. See y'all next time.